Welcome. Today I'm going to briefly talk about juror number 2. I love the idea of it. The overall concept of it is good. Like someone that gets selected to be a juror and then they end up finding out that they are possibly the suspect or the one that just should be charged. That's a good idea, because with all these basic stories, the same story over and over and over and over again. Maybe there is a story like this that exists, but I haven't yet to see it. But I'm glad it's something new instead of the same repeated stuff over and over again. So I was like, when I first saw it and read the description and the trailer, I was like, oh yeah, this is a good overall idea. So good overall idea. As a movie overall, it's a good movie. If there was a 2, because they did leave it where it could be a 2 child. Juror number 3. It's probably going to be titled Juror number 3. He going to be on trial. And then it's going to be another juror or something like that. Or they can just do Juror number 3 and make it a whole different thing. They can switch it up. How like Beef. They haven't did it yet. But how they want to do Squid Games or something. Whatever it's called. I don't watch it. But I think they had another season of that that's different. So you can do, you know, different seasons, but of the same thing. So they can do Juror number 3 and make it different, or they can do Juror number 3 and incorporate it with him in it. The only thing about this thing that didn't make no sense was, and it kind of took me out of it a little bit. Yes, the overall movie was good, but it kind of took me out of it because it's like when something makes sense, they did something to try to clean it up, but then it's like, okay, y'all not answering all the questions. So the thing that didn't make sense was she was on the side of a road raining in nighttime, whatever, right? Obviously, a person with a brain, they'd be like, oh, she got hit by a car. Like, that seemed like the first thing I would think of. Oh, she got hit by a car. And no one else thought of that. The lawyer didn't think of it. His lawyer didn't think of it. Although he's a public defender, which was like, I was like, oh, okay, he had a public defender. So they trying to say he really didn't care. But he really did care. He really was fighting hard for him. He was like, no, I know he didn't do it. I know he didn't. He kept talking to the district attorney like, no, I know he didn't do it. I don't think he did it. I think he innocent. So he did care about the person he was defending. It wasn't like he was just doing whatever. So the first thing you wouldn't think about is car running her because she was walking on the street. The first thing you think of is car. And even the detective, this is what it made no sense. The detective, how long you been doing cases and stuff, and the first time you thought about it being a car was when the girl, I think it was the Asian girl, one of the jurors said it when they was deliberating. You was like, oh yeah, that makes the most sense. You never thought of that? Like, that was stupid. That part of it was dumb. I was like, that was real stupid. You're a detective, a retired detective. You've been doing it for a long time. You couldn't figure it out. Maybe you can get other people not figuring it out, but a lawyer and a detective, y'all couldn't figure it out. But then it took a doctor, she says pre-med, to figure it out. Like, how simple was it? Then too, I couldn't tell at the end if, I know he wasn't there because his baby was born. I got that part. But I didn't know if he also voted guilty with them and then left, or they brought in another juror. It had to be that. I think they brought in another juror, then they end up saying it's guilty. I don't know how many backups they have. I never even knew about that. I don't know how many backups they have for jurors. I know when they took the detective out because he was doing other research, they didn't care about this case. Like they said, they didn't attempt to do anything else because nobody realized it could have been a car accident. Somebody could have hit her with a car until the girl said it as a juror. So they never looked at anything else because somebody walking on the street, you can't fathom that somebody hit them. But even then, they didn't necessarily say he did it, but you knew he did it because pretty much he said he did it when he was talking to her on the bench. And then I guess she came and knocked on the door. Probably, I don't know what she's gonna do. If she intended on arresting him, she would have had people with her. So I don't know what that necessarily means, but I do like when at the beginning she left a phone and he picked it up. Like, you don't even realize how intertwined you can be with somebody. That was cool. And how they shot it was very good too. Like I said, the only thing that makes sense, and I guess that was the whole point of the movie, but they could have figured out a better way to figure that out because nobody thinking it was a horror movie make no logical sense. And then the dude that actually did it, the juror number 2, he knew all of it. He might have known if he did it, which I'm pretty sure he, like I said, eventually figured it out, like, because he thought he hit a deer. But he knew the other dude didn't do it because he seen him go the opposite direction. So he knew he didn't do it. Well, I guess no, the timelines wasn't adding up either. They said that the dude saw the lady at 11:48. I don't know how I remember that time. He said saw it at 11:48, but they didn't do any other time calculations, like what time she left the bar or whatever. They didn't do any other calculations. Like, and them trying to pin it on him didn't make no sense. They got in a fight and broke up. I'm pretty sure the first fight they had, and the first time they broke up either. I don't know why. They had like she had left him for weeks or months or years or something. He just got so mad that she wouldn't get back with him. And too, he probably would have had a better case if he would have called her that day or the next day. Like, I'm surprised he didn't call her. Maybe she usually call him when they fight or something, be like, oh, whatever. But, or maybe no, because they said they didn't go get him until weeks after. And then, you know, when people be in the court like families and stuff, they be wanting the person so bad that whoever the person on trial already, whether they did it or not, they just want them to go down so bad. But once you listen to the evidence, you like, this don't make no sense. Like, they want the person to go down so bad, which I understand you want justice, but don't you want true justice? Like, they be so willing to be like, oh no, that person, whoever the person they get arrested, they think they did it. It's like, come on now. But yeah, overall good. I'm planning on making it short, but I feel like it's longer because I just be rambling. Like I said, if they did a part 2, I would watch it. Overall, it was good. It's just that little detail didn't make no sense, and it kind of ruined the movie as far as like stuff making sense. That's all I got. Bye.